addition to that, so we've got good credit, we've got how do you get your good credit, we've talked about the down payment and the different options of that. We've talked about where you can maybe pull that down payment from. You know, I've seen people leverage investment property with friends and family, meaning you go in with friends or family. So you're thinking of purchasing an investment property. Well, you've come to the right place because we're going to talk about that today and how you can start dipping your toe into that pool of owning investment real estate and building wealth, through real estate. I'm Stephanie Weeks, and thank you for tuning in. I have helped people with their financing for over 18 years, and I love sharing my education and experience with you to help make your process easy and more peaceful. Please be sure to subscribe and also hit that like button, and if you're feeling really frisky, please share this video with your friends and family. The Weeks team would love to help you with your mortgage financing. We can do primary residence, secondary residence, or investment properties, just like we're talking about in this video today. Give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email, and we would love to help you. We can finance in Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida, and we can be reached at 985-300-LOAN. That's LOAN. Now back to what you came for. All right. Here are some tips if you're looking to purchase real estate as an investor. Now, the first thing I want to say is if you're in it for the long haul, a really great way to purchase investment property is actually to buy a primary residence, which there are many options with low down payment, like potentially no down payment or 3%, 3.5%, 5%, things like that, and live in it for at least 2 years, and then convert it to a rental and then go buy another investment and so on and so forth. That's one way you can do it if you're trying to really minimize your cash out of pocket. Let's say that you already have your home, you love your home, and you don't want to convert it, but you do want to go ahead and buy that rental property. Depending upon what you decide to buy will have a great effect on the down payment required. For example, let's say you're buying a single family residence. Sometimes you can have as little as 15% down, 20% if you want to avoid PMI. When it comes to a 2-unit, you want to have at least 20% down. And when it comes to 3 and 4 unit properties, then they're going to require at least a 25% down payment. When you go above 4-unit properties, it's more of commercial properties, not residential, and that would get into commercial lending, which is not really what I talk about here on this channel. Now, you obviously want to start by making sure that you have good credit. The credit restrictions are more on an investment property than they are if you're buying your own primary home, and for good reason. If, heaven forbid, something happens and now you have a choice, do I pay for the house that I live in and sleep in, or do I pay for the house note, shall I say, on the investment? Well, of course, you're going to let the investment go before you're going to let your home and shelter go, and that's one of the reasons why it's a little bit more restrictive when it comes to buying investment. You want to make sure that you've got good credit, meaning an average credit score right now, which seems to change, is around 700. Anything above 740 is considered excellent in the mortgage world and will get you the best possible interest rate in the bracket of rates or the pool of rates that you're going to be considered in. Those rates are different if it's primary versus secondary versus investment versus 1, 2, 3, 4 unit, and so on and so forth. Generally speaking, if you've got less than a 640, it can be really, really difficult to purchase investment property. So you want to make sure you have at least a 640, but really strive for that 740 or better. How do you do that? You want to make sure you pay absolutely everything on time, which means never 30 days late. You don't want any collections or charge-offs. You want to make sure that you're not maxing out your credit cards, meaning if you have a $10,000 limit, you don't want to owe any more than $3,000 at any given time on that particular card, and so on and so forth. You want to make sure that you have a long, good credit history, and that if you have late payments, you've let a couple years pass since those late payments. Now, there are some exceptions to that, but generally speaking, that's the rule you really want to follow when it comes to the credit. When it comes to the down payment, On investment property, gifts are not allowed. Now, gifts are allowed on primary, and that way your family members can help you purchase a home. That's not allowed on an investment property. They want to see your own skin in the game. How can you do that? Well, let's say that you have money saved. That would be amazing in checking or savings accounts as an example. Another avenue that some people use is pulling equity from their current home and getting a loan or line of credit against that equity to use then to leverage yourself to go buy that real estate investment. And in addition to that, so we've got good credit, we've got how do you get your good credit, we've talked about the down payment and the different options of that, we've talked about where you can maybe pull that down payment from. You know, I've seen people leverage investment property with friends and family, meaning you go in with friends or family. So maybe me and my brother, which doesn't exist, but that's okay. Maybe me and my brother want to go purchase investment, so we both get on the loan, we both get on the title, and we can each then contribute to that down payment. Now, without further ado, of course, I have to mention cash flow, because that is the main thing that you want to consider when purchasing investments, and we cannot finish this video without talking about that. You want to make sure that the income generated from these properties or property is in excess of what the monthly outlay is going to cost you. When you're considering that monthly outlay, I don't want you to forget anything. So you've got principal, interest, property taxes, home insurance, usually combined to make your total mortgage payment, assuming you don't waive escrow, but even if you do, you want to budget for it. Don't forget, you might have condo dues. You might have home association dues. You definitely don't want to forget maintenance. You're going to have somebody, if it's not you, go fix that toilet, go fix that light fixture, pay for those improvements. So make sure you're accounting for those expenses as well. Now, if you haven't already, be sure to check out my book, which can be purchased on Amazon. It's called Mortgage Peace, to help you have a more peaceful mortgage transaction. And I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope to see you in the next one. If you're new to the channel, thank you and welcome. Please be sure to subscribe, hit the like button if you're enjoying the content, and don't forget to hit the bell to be notified every time I drop a new video, which is every week. I'm going to do a quick little plug because I built a first-time homebuyers massive mortgage education course that I usually charge $597 for, and I'm going to drop a link below for all of you to purchase it at $97. Words can't express. It's almost like growing a baby and having a baby. This course has been so much fun, and so much passion and so much dedication has gone into this to not only help you get a great loan approval, a great pre-approval, but also help you with a smooth and on-time closing. So enough of that.